Hi everyone, and welcome once again to episode 2 of my Marvel Legends journey. Today I'm going to be talking about my first action figures, my first Marvel Legends action figures that I bought in Saudi Arabia. Yes, you heard me right. This was back in 2004. I came across a friend who told me that Toys R Us, the branch that we see on Al Andalus Street, they were having some action figures of all superheroes and stuff. So I was really happy because I was at the time only having one Spider-Man action figure that you saw in my last episode, and I wanted to build on more. Wolverine happens to be one of my all-time favorite heroes, and when I reached Toys R Us, I realized that they weren't only selling Wolverine, but they also had Magneto, Doctor Strange, and the price for an action figure at the time was 75 reals only. Imagine that. Today it's like more than 130, 150. In some stores, Marvel action figures are being sold for more than 200 reals a piece. So today I'm going to be showing you what these action figures were made of, what did inspire the design, the props, where does it come from, is it any way relevant to any comic book story. I'll be taking you through it. So here you can see Wolverine and Magneto. Now Wolverine and Magneto, this pair happens to be my favorite. The rivalry, in fact, happens to be my favorite. I had been reading X-Men comics since the 80s, and then their animosity culminated in Jim Lee, Chris Claremont era comics, which finally reached its climax in X-Men number 25, the 30th anniversary event. So naturally, when I went to Toys R Us and I saw these two, I said, man, I have to pick these two up. And they are right in front of you. So first off, I'm going to be showing you the Wolverine action figure. I'll just put Magneto on the side for a little bit. So this Wolverine action figure, now in those days, Marvel Legends weren't having the Build-A-Figure concept, and they used to give out props that would commemorate a special event of that particular character. Here we see Wolverine having a prop of Hellfire Club henchman. It's like as if he broke through the wall or ambushed the Hellfire Club henchmen. If you want to see from where this came from, this was basically from Dark Phoenix Saga, the famous panel where Wolverine ends up in the sewer only to to make a comeback like no other. It was one of the best stories ever written. So that catapulted Wolverine to becoming one of the most popular characters in Marvel Universe. So here's the Wolverine action figure. As you can see, the only drawback that I see in this action figure is that it's a bit tall. I mean, Wolverine is a character whose height, if I recall correctly in Marvel trading cards, is somewhere around 5'3". So if you allow him to stand alongside, let's say, Magneto, the height difference isn't as much as it's supposed to be. I mean, if a guy is like 5'3" and Magneto is like 6 something, they should have made him shorter. However, the articulation, the rage that you see on Wolverine, the muscles, the claws, even the boots, all of them are just amazing. And I had seen this action figure when I was finishing my studies in UK, but at the time I was not having cash on me, so you know, sometimes patience rewards you. I ended up buying it a year later in Jeddah. Now here's the prop. You can see all these Hellfire Club henchmen all beaten up. So you can just simply place this behind Wolverine with a really badass pose. So this is one of my action figure. The next up is Magneto. Now Magneto, there were two versions of Magneto. Sorry, I forgot to tell you, even this same Wolverine had two versions. One was masked and the other was unmasked. For Magneto, one was silent, the other one was in a screaming mode, and the helmet, everything So you can see the articulation of Magneto action figure. It's just amazing. And it looks straight out of the comics. And then they gave this prop, a Sentinel's head, as if Magneto had destroyed this Sentinel by himself. So what you can do is you can simply and there are, you know, basically this support over here that you can fix your action figure, because each and every action figure has a small hole underneath their heel. So you can just simply fix it atop and, you know, create your favorite comic book moment. So just like I'm trying to do it right here, I've done it many times. Before I had created the X-Men Onslaught setup, so this is what it is. So I hope you guys really like it. This is like two of my very special action figures. Why? Because these were the first ones I bought here in Jeddah, and they remain with me to this day. And let's see, whenever the time comes for me to create my action figure studio, I'm going to be utilizing these two action figures, and you will get to see them, and I hope you like them. Thank you very much for watching. See you next week for another episode of my Marvel Legends collection.